Hi, Mr. Loader here. Wanted to talk to you about the learning from Monday, the 1st of February. It's a computing lesson. The role is to create a presentation about Mary Seacole. Now, I know we started this last week, but I wanted to give you a chance to finish it because obviously it's quite a lengthy process. So I'm going to remind you of what the learning is. The main activity is to complete the presentation about Mary Seacole using the information you have. So remember, you've done some research about it already. It only needs to be 2 minutes long, and it doesn't have to be more than 5 slides long. Okay, so I've given you some things to include, and I'll explain how to do them in a second. So, things to include: pictures, facts about Mary Seacole, change the slide design, links to useful websites, and change the title. Okay, so if we look at the first one, I've got here. This is the one that I started. Now, sometimes when you insert a new slide, it already gives you a layout. So I'll just show you that. So if I click in between slide 2 and 3, hopefully you can see that, and click new slide, that's the layout it's given me. But if I want to change it, I click on layout, and look, I can do title slide, and then in there I could do Mary Seacole. Remember, Mary and Seacole needs a capital letter. To use capital letter, it's the shift button, or you can turn the cap locks on. Now, if you want, you might want to write some questions in here. So you might, who is she? Why is she significant? Because those have been the main things that you've talked about, or we've talked about together. Okay. And then if I highlight them all and click the upward arrow, okay, I can increase the size of them. Now, to import a picture, and I was going to show you this actually. If you hover over Mary Seacole and highlight it, if you click the underlined you can then underline the title, which is Mary Seacole. You might want to make it a bit bigger because actually the other is bigger than that, isn't it? We can also, if we highlight it by clicking on the coloured line underneath the A, we can change the colour of it. I'm sure some of you know all these things, so I can make it a blue. I couldn't I, if I wanted to as well, whilst it's highlighted, use the highlighter and put a highlight over it. Okay. To insert a picture, there's two ways. If I click on insert and go pictures, and it's probably best going to online pictures. Just take a little while to load up. And I type in Mary Seacole. Okay, then I can pick a picture by just clicking on it and then clicking on the insert button. Okay, and then by clicking on it, you can move it to where you want it to go. So that's very similar about how that's done to that one. I'm going to get rid of that one now. If you click on the slide as well, and you click on design, you can actually change the design of your slide to make it a little bit more interesting, because as you can see, mine's very boring at the minute, isn't it? If I just hover over them, there's loads and loads of designs. Now I'm going to keep this one, and then I'm just going to see. Now if you click on these ones here, there you go, it starts to change the colours. Now I think I'm going to try and be clever. Now it said, didn't it, she was born in Jamaica, is that right? So I was going to look for a yellow and green, because their flag, the flag is yellow and green and black. I'm just wondering if I'm doing the right ones though. Oh, it's changed some of the thing. So it might mean a bit of playing around with. Then you can see all the other ones have changed, but now you can see, look, so we have to go back and just change the colour of the font. I didn't realise it was going to do that. there you go. So we can see them. Okay, that's something to play around with. So that's how we change the slide design. So it's a little bit more interesting. So background information. Now, I picked those, didn't I? I haven't really gone into much detail there. Obviously, I need to come up and find a few more facts. But where was she born twice? So that's something that I can develop a bit further. Couldn't I? If I wanted to make that slide a little bit more interesting, because she was born in Jamaica. Oh dear, didn't mean to go to that one. Online pictures. Jamaica. I'm wondering if the Jamaican flag's on there. There it is. So I could click on that one and insert it. Oh, it's so big, so I have to scale that down. Sometimes you can see, look, there's design ideas change on the side, and you can click on them to whichever one you want. Okay, I could have done as well, couldn't I? When was she born? That could have been a question. When was she born? Okay, and then type if I find out the fact. And then look, I've insert. Remember, if you want to insert a new slide, you click in between them. You should have a red line in there. New slide. Okay. Now, if you do need to find more information, remember is to go back to the internet. If you, it was Swiggle, wasn't it, as one of them? And you can search in there, Mary. Didn't click in the box. Mary Seacole. And then we could go. Now, remember what I said about Wikipedia. You can't always trust what it says. Remember, I'm using Swiggle because it is a safe search website. Okay, so everything on there should be safe. Look, it says here 1805. So I could go back in, couldn't I? 1805. When was she born? 1805. Okay, where did she grow up? I don't know if this is going to be on there, but I'll have a quick look. So I'm trust BBC. It doesn't say where she grew up here, but it does say her father was a Scottish soldier. So actually, I could take that one out. Who were her parents? Her dad was a Scottish soldier. And did you say her mum was from Jamaica? Yeah, and her mother a Jamaican. What's more significant in that sentence is so her mother was from Jamaica. The significant thing was this is who she learnt her nursing skills from. I'm going to make this box a bit bigger because it's taking the text really small. This is who she learnt her nursing skills from. Okay, I've shown you how to. Now, we said 5 slides, didn't we? So I've got 1, 2, 3, and that's it at the minute. I was going to do why was she significant on the next one. So if I again red line, new slide in there, that's going to be my heading. Why was she significant? And I can add in my facts there. Remember, that's a question, so it's got a question mark at the end of it. So we mustn't forget that. On my last slide, obviously, you're not going to be able to put in all of the information about her because there's loads of information about her. So your last slide could be useful web links to find out more information. So if we go back to the Swiggle, Now this one is an okay website, isn't it? It's got some, so I could, if I click on the web address at the top and right click it and click copy, then I can paste that into there. It might just be worth putting in BBC so people know what the website is. Then click down, and if we go back to Swiggle, pardon me, there are some other websites that we click on, so click on this one. Remember, it's click on the website. I found this website a really good one actually. And then copy, and then we go to right click and paste. Okay, and that's National Geographic. Yes. I realise, look, I've missed out my C from graphic. So I think that's all of the things there that I said about including. We talked about pictures, we talked about facts, we talked about changing the slide design, links to a useful website, and change the title. Now, we talked about putting in a title, didn't we? Okay, and so when you've finished, get a partner allowed to look at it, see if they can give you some improvements. Now, I'm just going to show you this. This was on the work of the week from last week's celebration. This is what Mira did. She put some background facts on it. She's put about the Crimean War. Okay. What happened after the war for her. And then she put a picture to go at the end. Okay, and then I believe this was quite a significant book, if I'm right, because this is the one that brought her to fame. Okay, right. If you get that done, then I'm really trying to stress the importance of internet safety at the minute. So the second one is to understand how to use the internet safely. Okay, and what you've got to do is you've got to click on the video link, Hector's World. It's not a very long video. We've already watched 2 of them, and then think about what the key messages are from the video. Okay, so thank you very much. I hope you get on well. If you've got any questions, please ask me. Take care. Bye.